All right, we are going to take it away here in our absolutely, totally covert, secret area. Nobody can see us right now. We're actually underground, 300 levels, except for the crowd right here in front of us. But I'm here with HotshotGG of CLG. Guys, give this CLG a round of applause again for taking that first game of the day. Playing quite well for themselves. So coming into the first team comp, what was going through your guys' head? You saw a global opponents. What were you guys thinking?
So actually, we knew what kind of happened. We had the Karthus ban since IEM. We know MoMA liked to play Karthus, so we had that ban down. And then we were actually surprised that they didn't ban Shen, and it's probably because I didn't do that well at IEM. So they were like, oh, this guy Shen's not that good, and then they just gave me Shen, and that was pretty not
So
good.
have you actually been working on your Shen since then? Do you kind of feel that there was a little bit of true part to that?
Yeah, I actually worked on my Shen since IEM because I didn't build properly and I didn't have the right runes, so it's gotten a lot better.
Coming out with your guys' team comp for that game, you know, why the Anivia? We don't see her very often. Did you feel like that was going to be able to segregate the fight enough if the global alts were going to be able to give them an upper hand?
Well, actually, Gigi's a really good Anivia, and he's been playing it for a long time. And one of his walls, I remember, he zoned 4 people, and he just completely swung the team fight. Anivia's just a really strong hero, and Gigi's really good, so it's an easy choice for us.
Right on. One of CLG's big things is to kind of not necessarily disregard Dragon in the early parts of the game, but it's not something you guys are ready to throw a team fight for. It's not something you have to get at so aggressively. So with TF on that first pick for their team and 3 Dragons, did you guys feel you were falling behind at all in the global gold situation?
We fell behind in global gold, but as long as Shen can 1v1 split push and the 4 people that are pushing themselves don't get caught and die for free, it's really, really hard to beat Shen.
All right, what were you guys thinking with the Fizz pick on the second matchup and also the meta switch up of the lanes?
Well, Fizz is really, 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 really bad in a 2v1 situation. So when they sent Leona top, we were like, okay, we'll just keep these lanes. Urgot does pretty good versus GP. It's about even. And then, top was about even too. But we knew we had the global advantage. We had the team comp advantage. They had 2 assassins. We just pulled it late, and they couldn't do anything.
Right on. What did you guys really want to see, obviously, besides the win in that second game when you saw their team comp? What was your strategy to take the win? Because you did actually go for more Dragons within that game, in the second game.
Well, we just had an advantage due to positioning on the map. I had teleport, which means that I can kind of put more pressure on Urgot, and then we can force more Dragons. And we had power clear junglers, and we had good roaming by Chowster, so we all did pretty good just to secure those Dragons.
All right, so you guys actually playing pretty well coming out in the beginning there. AAA also coming all the way over internationally, so a little bit of jet lag there. But the other teams in this tournament, now Monomatic in here, you guys know much about them. How are you feeling about the rest of the competition?
The competition is kind of tough. Dignitas is well accomplished, and they're a really good team, and TSM is looking pretty good, so those are the teams to look out for. Curse is pretty strong too, and so those are my picks for this tournament.
And I know obviously everybody on their best behavior. We are in Vegas, but you guys, what are you guys doing at night to just mill about, get through the nights, talk about the strats, you go have a few beers? What have you guys been doing in Vegas? Okay,
so nights where we don't have games, we do whatever we want, but we've learned since kind of New York that partying before a match is not a good thing. So.
Right on. So as this weekend goes on, you guys have a lot more matches to go. Do we have any tricks up the sleeve? Obviously, we always ask us, and we're not going to get an answer, but we want to know, we sometimes hear, oh, we're going to get these champions nerfed, or we're going to use a composition that nobody's ever seen before. Does CLG have any of that?
Maybe a little bit. The thing is, a lot of people haven't seen us play other than just our overseas matches. And our overseas matches, we kind of pick champions where we didn't have to use skill shots that much. And so our picks really differed than what we normally would pick. So I think people will be a little bit thrown off because they haven't seen us in a while.
All right, yeah, definitely. And speaking of that, being in Korea for a few months or a few weeks as well, how did that work out for you guys? Did anything really come from that you guys hold true now, and your game was plateaued and you really took it to the next level?
Yeah, we came in Korea a little bit rusty just because we didn't have everything set up, and it took us a while to get going, and we pretty much had a week plus downtime.
Right.
But once we got set up and we practiced, and we got a little bit of help from our friend Loco Doco, actually a lot of help.
Right
so it was good, yeah.
Awesome. So with that, was it a different experience? Did you guys just right off the bat say like, hey, the metas aren't different, but their play style is different. They're a lot aggressive here. Their timings in the game are a little bit better. Did they show you guys anything that we really haven't seen in the North American scene or the European scene?
I think they're just really, really, really aggressive. Like, they are super aggressive. They don't take consideration of jungle unless they have like all the lanes completely like pinned down. So they like a lot of lane dominance and presence.
So after all this, after the tournament, I heard CLG has a few more moving plans. What do you guys have in mind?
Well, we're heading back to Korea right after this, and then we might have a gaming house in California.
Oh, all right, fair enough. Well, we'll have to see if that happens. A lot of things going on in California. It's a big gaming scene area, that West Coast. A lot of League of Legends goes on there too, that Riot Games. Those guys, they know what they're doing. But we're going to have more matches for you coming up just after this. We got these all for you, everybody live at home and everybody joining us here. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thanks for being here, guys. We'll be right back after this.